Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 2nd of May 2024. The year is moving quite fast, or it's moving at a moderate pace, depend on how you look at it or what you have doing. Now, I did the video last night and I was speaking on the entire squabble between RT Boss and Blinger and all the things that was said, have been said, is being said continuously and repeatedly about each other, and what persons who follow them, persons who support them, persons who support and unsupport the other, yada yada yada, what they have to say towards the entire situation or about the entire situation. Now I'm looking into it, and today I guess you can tell by the caption that I'm going to speak about the power of having a fake friend. The power of having a fake friend, and that they become the great destroyer. Now, mind you, just relax with me. I'm doing my wig combing. I've had this wig for more than a long time. I think I've had this wig. I bought it when I returned back to Montego Bay, and that was in 2014. So that's how long I've had this wig. So this is the wig you always see me in with the band at the front, and you guys are always saying that I should change my wig. I should. Why do I need to? I just need to wash it, dry it, and flat iron it. And I sheen it down, and I'm good to go. Now it has been washed, and it just need to flat iron, and I'm good to go. You understand? So it has been doing quite well for me, and I like it. You understand me? And I've had my blonde moments, and when I do have my blonde moments, I enjoy it. And so there's the reason I like my wig. You understand? So bear with me while I do my wig combing, while continuing the topic that's at hand. Now, one of the things of how a person come into your life and they become a fake friend, or they are a fake friend, and they get into your life, and you have some sort of relationship with this person that is continuous. One of the things that happen is that the first thing that the fake friend does is they build trust. They get you to trust them. So once they get you to trust them, you will confide in them. You will look to them for certain things. You understand? You will look to them to be a confidant, someone who you can tell your deepest secrets to, and believing that they're going to uphold it, they're going to respect it, they're going to take care of your secret and have it as such. Or in the process, if they're giving any form of advice, it will remain under the umbrella of secrecy. You understand? That's one of the first steps. It's funny, I'm speaking on this topic, and I saw a video that was on TikTok, and it was saying that, you can have a follow-up, but that was in relation to partner type of relationship. And the person was saying that you have to learn to control your emotions, because you can end up having a falling out with someone, and you decide to go all out and say so many things. The person could be wrong, but because you were so angry, you have said so many things that are destructive. And because it has done such great damage, you end up being the bad guy. And it's very hard for you to come back with a mere apology, because you have done so much damage, not realizing that they were wrong and you should have given them time. Use emotional intelligence and give them time to understand themselves, to recoup, to get back to the get back moment and understand who they are. You were so caught up in being angry, in expressing yourself, that you don't actually realize what is at hand, that you are doing actually a lot of damage by the things that you were saying to each other. And so with that being said, this is what that really took place in this situation. Because do I agree with a lot of things that Blinger has said or have done? No, and I've spoken out about it so many times that I do not agree with a lot of things that she have done. In this situation also, I'm thinking that if this man have done so much for you, say he's fake, he's not good, he's not a great person, but he has done so much for you in terms of finance, in terms of being there for you, in terms of taking care of you, even when you least expect it, he was there for you. I'm thinking in my head that there will be some sort of loyalty wherein you would put this person first before the average person you encounter within your life. That's what I'm thinking. Now, if it's a case wherein you're uncomfortable about a situation. I'm thinking that based on relations, based on trust, based on respect, that you would go to him and voice your concern and let a friend know how you feel, and you see how best you can resolve it or come to an amicable solution because you guys are friends. So it shouldn't be an issue for you to go to your friend and speak about things respectfully and see how best you can come to an amicable solution. Okay? So it doesn't seem like that was the case. No, when we're dealing with a narcissist, of whom it's obvious that RT Boss is, when we're dealing with a narcissist and we're understanding the mind frame of a narcissist, they want to be right. Their goal is not to be understood. Their goal is to be right. Their goal is to get the mass or to get you to agree with them at all times. The moment you don't and you behave as if you are splitting justice or you are independent in thought, they brand you as the enemy. Because you are supposed to see their side and you're supposed to understand not only that, you are supposed to mark them tick correct at all times. The moment that you are not able to do that, then you are automatically deemed a fake friend. You should be thrown into the bin. You should be sent to the guillotine, and that's how it goes. So, in one of the steps in identifying a fake friend is their ability to build trust. Their ability to build trust. The next thing that they create is a room for liability or reliability, wherein you rely on them, you look to them. That's something that is extremely dangerous. When a person is reeling you in based on the fact that they have trinkets, they have gifts, they have perks that they're coming with. And in order for you to build some sort of business relation, some sort of personal or intimate relation, intimate doesn't necessarily mean sex, guys. Okay? So not because I use the word intimate, it means that I'm talking sex. It could be in any form of relations there is. So when the person come with trinkets, come with gifts, come with bearing good deeds, in the guise of building a great relationship with you, that's a very dangerous individual, because they're creating a scenario wherein you have no choice than to rely on them. Perhaps they may go a step further in moving your life or moving the advantages that you have in life from one step to the other, from point A to point B. That's a very dangerous step, because when you're at point B, you don't want to go back to point A. You don't want to go back to where you're looking to find out where your next meal is coming from, how your bills are going to be paid, how this is going to go out for you, how are you going to take care of this, how are you going to take care of that. You don't want to have to be looking to find that. And that's what the next step that the person who is a fake friend build. They build a sense of reliability wherein you can rely on them now for stuff. They're coming with trinkets, they're coming with gifts, as I said before. They're coming with all that good stuff so you can be heavily dependent on them. That's what they try to create, that atmosphere for you. And so you don't realize, because you're thinking that this is a good person. You're thinking all the way that you are a good person, right? You're thinking all the way that they are a good person, I'm sorry. So you aren't thinking about the fact that, okay, he may be fake, he may be this, he may be that. They might tell you what they want. A lot of times they're honest, because in lie come honesty also. In lie lies some sort of truth. So they may come out and be of utmost good faith and say, okay, yeah, I want you to do this for me. I want you to do that for me. And it may seem easy for you. It may seem easily accomplished, easily attained, easily maneuvered. So you don't have a problem doing a deed for them, because they're being so kind to you. Now, upon doing that, they take it a step further and they want you to do more. They want you to do more. And they're giving. So they're expecting you to do more for them. They're expecting whatever bidding that they have, you are going to do it. You are going to do it without hesitation, because they're a narcissist. They are creating room to build fake friend. And so you have trust them. You have given them your all. You have handed over your soul to them. And because of such, you are heavily reliant on them. Because they are taking care of you. They're stopping a gap. They're filling the closed gap. They're closing a gap, in your life. They're helping you out in every way possible. And because they're helping you out in every way possible, they are creating something called guilt. They run guilt trip on you in order for you to do their bidding. When they take it a step further and the bidding look more challenging, they come and they will remind you. They will run guilt trip. Remember, I did this for you when you wanted. I didn't think twice. I didn't buck to do this for you. So you should not hesitate to do this for me. That's how they work. And then they take it a step further and a step further. The next thing that they do is what? They start to run constant guilt trip. The trusted friend, the confidant, the person who you rely on, they start to run constant guilt trip to make you feel guilty about certain things, to move on to the next level. After they start running the guilt trip, the next thing that they will do is show you that they now have the power, which is what? Start taking back from you. So you are running a risk going back to point A, and because you don't want to, you are going to do more than what they ask for because a guilt trip was run on you. This is psychology I'm teaching you 101, you know. They're running a guilt trip on you already, and it's already engraved in your head through the doing of things that they did for you without you even asking. And then they guilt trip you to make you feel like you are not a good person if you don't do this for them. So they start taking back. When they start pulling back now, you are looking at the fact that you might go back to point A, standard of living, and you don't want to. Who's going to pay your bills for you? Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to feed you? Who's going to give you your grocery weekly? Who's going to pay your monthly bills for you? This person was closing a gap. This person helped you to buy a reliable motor vehicle. This person has been taking care of you. You don't want to go back there to losing everything, to start struggling. So you are not only going to do their bidding, you're going to do more than what they ask for. And because you start doing more than what they ask for, they start gifting you again. And so the trust has been created. The trust has been created. Now, what they start to do, they don't have to give you anymore. They can just play the game of cat and mouse, give and take with you because you don't want to go back to where you're coming from. You are going to do it. You think that they're going to move you to point C from B to C. No, they are not going to. They are not going to. It will only appear like they are going to. That's where the trick comes in. It only appears like they are going to move you from point B to C. Point B to C is self-reliance, where you no longer need to depend on them for what you want. You are somewhat okay. You can sustain yourself. You can sustain yourself. You can maintain yourself. And so you wouldn't rely on them anymore. So that is point C, which is where you're trying to get from. No, they got you locked in point B, where you are dependent and you're relying on them. You may feel guilty thinking that, oh God, every time I have to go back to him and ask him for something and I don't want to pressure him. So he has cemented a guilt trip in your head. So for every single thing you're going to feel guilty of. You're going to feel guilty because you don't want to do something for him that he asks you. You're going to feel guilty because you don't want to go back to him all the time to ask him for things. This is what they do. I'm teaching you psychology, the mastermind of a grade A narcissist. Psychology 101. This is what they do. They will never move you to self-reliance at point C. They will keep you at point B. I promise you, for as long as they can. When they realize that, perhaps a stroke of buena suerte comes around, where you probably meet someone else who decide that they can show you the light, show you a bright light, whether it's true or false. But let's say all things are equal and it's true. You have hit the jackpot, where you see wherein you can actually go by yourself to point C. You know what they are going to do? What they are going to do is what? They're going to give you more. You're still at B. You're at B+. They're going to give you more. And when they see that you're adamant and you're not bucking to do their bidding, they get a replacement. They secretly get a replacement for you. So that replacement is to take time, substitute, so you can see that, listen, you're hanging on a balance. Now, you're not certain of C with someone else, but that's a chance you're willing to take because you're trying to escape the trap that you're now in. You're trying to escape the trap that you're now in, but they're hanging a replacement over your head to make you know that your position is being threatened because someone else is coming in. Now, that substitute coming in is naive to the fact that they're also being manipulated. They don't know, they don't realize, they don't understand the game. The only person who understands the game is the grade A narcissist, the master manipulator. So when they put you on a balance and they hang you and show you that your position is being threatened, you know what you're going to do? You're going to do two things. Either you're going to go back to them in totality to move from B+, where you're near self-reliance, to B, where you're relying on them, or you're just going to abandon and jump ship and say, whatever may come, if it's fake, I'm going there. If it means that I have to go back to A, I'm going there. So that's what you're going to do. You're at a crossroad. You have a decision to make. Some may say, I don't care. I am going back. I'm not going to let you put me back there. I'm voluntarily going back to A. wherein I'm struggling. Some will say, okay, I'm going to go under you again and go back to B because I don't want to be in a mess. I'm scared, I'm this, I'm that. I really don't want to. So you sell your soul and you hand over your pride and dignity and human decency to this individual where they start pulling you on a string again. You understand? And so they will decide that, what? Listen, I'm not going to put that person in totally. The substitute is not going to come in totally. I'm just going to give the substitute little. So they don't know that they're on a balance. Their position is being threatened also. So this is the mind of a manipulator. This is how they work. This is a position that Bling has been in. People are saying it's karma because of Bling behavior and how she treated other people when they didn't like when she was keeping court on them. And she was saying that anything that she knows, it's because of what they put out there. Yes, but it doesn't give you a right to be disrespectful to other people and about their situation. You're a human being. You have to be sensitive and also respectful. You didn't necessarily believe in that, especially when they were upset. I'm sorry. Especially when they were upset with you. You didn't necessarily believe in that, Blinger. So people can say it's your karma. Okay, you're having a moment and you're working with your karma. Not only that, when we look at the situation wherein you could have handled many situations better, you chose to go by the strength that you have of the manipulator. And you're not looking into the fact that what he did to Spice, you'd have done way worse to you. You understand? It's easy to say that you don't care and you don't have any shame and you're this and you're that. It's easy to say that, but when you are alone and the four walls are closing in on you, you have that to deal with. You are going to cry because you're a human being and you feel it. So you are going to cry. You understand? This is the mind of the manipulator. RT Boss, your day is coming. When we look at the fake friend, and I hope other persons out there are taking it in and listening carefully to what I'm saying. When your day comes, the master manipulator day comes, you know what's going to happen when their day come? He's going to go into self-destruct mode. Because right now he's a juggernaut. You can't defeat him. You can't. If it's a woman out there who's going through something like this, trust me, you cannot defeat this individually. You know what defeat them? Time. Time is what defeat them. The universe is what defeat them. Space and energy is what defeat them. At some point in time, space, and energy will combine and it will meet them at the perfect time. And it will be a downhill for them. And no man will be able to save them. That's what usually happens to a master manipulator, a grade A narcissist. This is a psycho, basically. This is what happens to them. They go downhill. If you don't believe me, look at the lifestyle of people who are serial killer. It only takes one stroke of mistake for them to get caught eventually. One mistake for them to be caught eventually. You understand? What has been the ending of people who behave like this? He's a juggernaut. You can't take him out. What has been the end? Have they ever have a good ending? No. So all the people who are around him who are supporting him and say, go, yeah, their day is coming also. Their day is coming. So this is your day of defeat. This is your day of defeat, Blinger. This is what happened to you. And I hope every single person out there understand the power of a fake friend. This is the reason I keep repeating that I don't have any friend. There are people who I associate with, but I don't have any friend. Because I would not want to know. And I have had people who I associated with. And I let them know, females, if you and I have a falling out, do not, on your worst day, attempt to bring anything on social media. Do not do it. Do not do it. I will hunt you down even in your grave. If you die before I caught you, I will hunt you down in your grave. I will dig up the body and I will light it on fire. I will desecrate the dead. That's not a game I'm willing to play. There are certain people who take certain oath, and when the situation arises, they actually execute it. I'm one of those type of persons when it comes to social media. If you notice, when I speak of people and I call their name, I speak of them from good report. I do not speak of them from bad report when I call their names. Because I know who I am. I'm not taking people's name to social media to disgrace them, to disrespect them. I will never do something like that. Or I pray to the universe that I never become that weak. I never channel such a low vibration to ever do something like that. So now you understand how a fake friend works. For those who are out there, no, look within your life and look on all the persons who you have encountered with in your life, and you will know whether or not you're dealing with a fake friend or a genuine individual. There are people who assist you in life, They assist you in life and they're still a fake friend. You don't think that because they don't come and check on you when you're in the hospital, it means that they're all genuine. Don't believe that. Right, so when we look into it and we see what has manifested in this entire saga, the reason it hits so much is, like I said, many people are uncomfortable with the fact that it's a man who has said these things. Now he's going into saying that Blinga is a fraud. She was never going to school. You have never seen her with a book. You have never seen anything that pertaining to her doing something in going to school. It's PPV loan that she's trying to pay off. That's why she's on her live all the time begging money, and she's doing all of these kind of things. But at the end of the day, this was your friend. So what does it matter if she was an axe murderer? You're not giving information that you're taking to law enforcement then to say that you are just sick and tired of being a part of this and you want to end it and she doesn't want to, and this and that and the third. Like in the case of C4 on the old Politrix Watch and Klansman trial, we are talking about someone who has a falling out with a friend and they decide that they're going to be malicious, they're going to be vindictive, they're going to be a sociopath and come online all day, every day, going live, generating a wide audience to go in on someone. And, you're pulling success from it. You're pulling dark power, basically, from the things that you are doing. How do you think this is going to end? Because there's an ending to it. And it's not going to end well for you. Your day of reckoning is also going to come. Your day is going to come. You were a friend of this individual. And I question that, is this how you guys do friends? Is this how you do your friend? When you and your friend have a falling out, this is how you do them. You come on social media and you decide to air out every single thing. You're talking about their private parts, who they lie with, how many persons they were with, this and that and the third. What happened to the days of we're simply not friends anymore and I moved on with my life? And that person have moved on with their life. What happened to the days of that? Once there's a falling out, you must. It's imperative that you go to social media and you say all of these diabolical things about each other. What happened to the days when you just move on? And to add insult, you are talking about the woman person and she's coming to Jamaica how many times and sleeping with this person. What difference does it make? What difference does it make? He was your friend. So with all those foolery taken into consideration and you're looking into who's right, who is wrong, that's not the game that's being played anymore. It's not a who's right, who's wrong type of game anymore. It's the damage has been done. And I'm not saying that guys should look at theirs and make the same decision that they make. All I'm saying is that you should examine your background to see who is in your life, what information are you giving this person, what exactly have they created in your life? A life of dependency, one where in the abandoned ship when things go wrong. What exactly is the relation between you and individuals in your life? And at the end of the day, listen, you don't have to take my advice. You don't have to listen. You can stay comfortable in whatever it is that you're living in. It's your life. I'm not the one that's going to feel pain anyway. I'm not the one that's feeling pain anyway. You understand? I'm comfortable in my zone. I'm comfortable in my situation. And so I don't need to look to that because I have seen what have been the result of other persons who went into situation like that, the ramification of it. So I don't need to go there to find out something. You understand? So that's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.